Already cooked shrimp. Lobster. Alright, so we're gonna make this crab cake filling. Real easy. It's not gonna be a lot. Small container of crab meat. It's only 8 ounces. So pepper. Elbow grease. It's coming out and dropping how I want. Alright, there we go. crab meat. And we're gonna add some shrimp. So it's crab meat, shrimp, and it's like a crab cake, but not quite a crab cake. It's like a crab cake with shrimp added to it. Since it's not a crab cake, it's an egg roll. You don't have to worry about folding it into the mixture. You can actually just mix it up, right? Want to coat that crab meat and that shrimp with that wet mix. A little bit more pepper. Pepper and over. It's enough sodium in there. A little bit more pepper. A little bit more over. Alright, so basically what we did here is we made a crab cake mixture. Started out with the wet mix. Added in crab meat. Added in already cooked shrimp. So it's crab meat and shrimp seasoned. This is going to be our filler. This is going to be our filler. It's going to go inside of these egg rolls. Now you have your filler. Right? So now that you have your filler, I'm going to get you some egg rolls. Right, get you some egg rolls, some egg roll wraps, and one thing you want these eggs big basket. There we go. You want to turn this on to 270, 250. We're going to go 250, 255. Right? Don't want this grease real hot. You do not want the grease too hot. And there's a reason for that. I'm going to explain it to you. The reason why you don't want the grease too hot is because you want the inside of your egg roll to cook without burning the outer egg roll. You understand? You want the inside of that egg roll to cook without burning and getting the outside of your egg rolls to burn. The way that you do that is turn your grease down low. Turn your grease down low. Low as in 250, 255. You don't want to go 375, 365. You want to go 250, 255, maybe 275. That's a low grease setting, right? It's a very, very low grease setting. And I learned this from making potato chips. All right, I was frying potato chips, like kettle corn potato chips. When I was frying these potato chips at my job, right? I noticed the potato chip would get darker before it got crispy, right? The outside of the potato chip would get real brown, and I wanted my potato chips to be light, like potato chips, right? Like us potato chips. I wanted them to be a light color. And I said, why does my potato chip keep on getting brown without being crispy? And one of my coworkers, one of my boys, he told me, he said, oh look, you gotta turn your grease down a little bit. I had the grease real hot. When I turned the grease down, the potato chips got crispy without getting brown. And that's what we're trying to do right here. We want the inside of your egg roll to get cooked before the outside of the egg roll burns. You want the inside to cook first, or the inside to cook evenly. So that's what we gotta do here. And the way you do that is by turning your grease on the lower setting, 255, 260. That way, that outside of that egg roll, I ain't gonna say it's like boiling it. It's definitely not like boiling it because you're frying it. But the outside of that egg roll won't get like brown and ugly. You want a nice golden brown. Nice golden brown, right? So the lower you get that grease, lower you get your grease, 250. That's perfect. 250 is perfect. That's low enough that the egg roll can sit inside of the grease for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, without the outside of the egg roll becoming burnt and brown. You don't want that. You want good looking, golden brown egg rolls. So all right, get you some egg rolls. Egg wraps. Here's your egg wraps here. All right, so we got some egg wraps here, right? Take a couple of them out. Make sure they're room temperature. Get you an 8-ounce or 6-ounce lobster tail. Rinse them off. Take that outer shell off your lobster tail. Get you some shears. Pretty simple. Get you. Take it all the way down to the bottom tail. Just want to get the meat off of the shell. Or the shell off of the meat. So use your fingers. Separate the meat from the shell. Go around the contours of the top portion of the lobster shell. It'll remove right off. Remove your shell off. Make sure you don't sacrifice any of the lobster flesh in the shell. Use your fingers to wiggle it around. Get it off of there. Here it comes off quite easy. Use your shears. I said trauma shears again. This is mega shit. Kitchen shears are your friend. Alright? So you got your lobster tail. Alright, got your lobster tail. Deshelled. Alright, what we want to do here is we want to make these egg rolls. So, how you create these egg rolls, very, very simple. You get you some egg roll wraps. Like the lamb in diamond shapes like that, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this filler here, get some gloves. So you don't want your hands smelling fishy, but you need your hands to mold your egg rolls correctly. So lay one of these down. You can double them up if you want. It'll make you a crispier, thicker shell if you use 2 egg rolls, like double up like this. But these egg roll wraps are fairly thick, so one will do. One will do. So all right, Make sure you can see this one. Got your egg roll wraps here, right? What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put a little bit at the bottom. Take a little bit of your crab and shrimp filler, right? Put it at the bottom. Spread it out like this. Step one. Take your lobster tail. Put it right there. Right there on the corner, on the end. I want to say on the end. Let's try it on the end of your diamond. Take a little bit more filler. Yeah. Put it on top of your lobster tail. So you got crab, you got shrimp, and you got lobster. Grease is ready. Right? So you got crab, you got shrimp, you got your lobster underneath of it, right? So now you want to wrap this. So take this part, fold it over. Take another end. Fold it over. And fold it tight like you're rolling a joint. Right? So now what I want to do, I want to make it real snug. Make sure it's snug in there. You don't want this stuff falling out. And if it's not staying all inside together, you can take another egg roll and wrap it again. Like this one does. So, yeah, because this is a fat. So, take your second one. Keep it diagonal. So I want to close that part up right there. Let's see. I want that closed. Don't want that open. Oh, I got two of them. Separate that. I want it to look pretty. I want it to look nice. the way that you keep these together, so I got this egg wash here. Put this on the edge of it, this egg wash, and it'll stick. It'll stick together. Now we're coming along. Put that egg wash on top of this egg roll like this. It helps it get golden brown, and it helps it as an adhesive to stick together. So I'm just lightly coating the outside with that egg wash, and it will stick together. Take the roll and place it there. Take the roll, place it there. All right. So what I can do now is I can go ahead and make the rest of these egg rolls with the filling that I created prior. So now these are just crab cake egg rolls. All right. Put it in the middle. And it's like, it's kind of doper than crab cakes, regular crab cake egg rolls, because it got shrimp in it. It's crab cake, crab, shrimp, egg rolls. Put your filling in there. Put it this way. Put it this way. And you wrap it up. Once you get to this side, you want to seal it. You seal it with the egg wash. That makes it stick together. The egg roll is like a kind of like a borderline pastry. You want it to stick together. There's your egg roll. Take another one. I want to make mine kind of longer, like in the Chinese store. Like how they be when you go to the Japanese store. You know what I'm saying? So you go like that. Careful with the egg wash so that it stays. If you want a great big one, like, just add more filler. Right? Hit the ends. Top all over like an envelope. Make sure it's packed tight. And roll it up. Make sure it's enclosed. You don't want none of it falling out. Press it tight. It'll stick together. The egg will make it stick together, you'll see. If you want to make a big one, take two egg rolls and you egg wraps and you double them up. Kind of double them up like this, right? Once you double them up, you can put a heartier proportion of crab filler, crab and shrimp filler inside. Right? So that's a big one. That's a bigger one right there, right? So alright. Take your ends. Spread it out a little bit. Take your ends, fold it in like that. Take this end. Fold it in like that. Alright. I take these ends. We'll fold that over. Pack it tight. See how it's coming along? You might just keep it in the way. Pack it tight. Take your fingers and just make sure it's in there molded tight, right? And wrap it. Easy. Egg rolls are not hard to make. Once you get it wrapped, you want to seal it with the egg wash. Very, very simple. Two ends. Kind of like wrapping a burrito. Right? right, starting to look like an envelope. Pack it in tight. Roll it over. Boom, you got an egg roll. Again, the egg wash is only to seal, to add some moisture to it, to seal up this egg wrap, which is like a pastry. You know what I'm saying? So it make it sticky, because it's dry. Once you put the egg wash on there, it sticks together, if you can see. You guys sticking together like that. You get it acts like a glue. Basically, you're using the egg wash to act like a glue of a sort. Let's break these apart. Probably get 2 more out of there. Again, this is crab filler. It's crab, shrimp. It's the same crab filler that I use for my crab cakes, but I added cooked shrimp to the crab cake filler that I usually use to make my crab cakes. The shrimp is already cooked, so you don't have to worry about the center of this not cooking, because the shrimp was already cooked. But that lobster is raw. You want to make sure the center of that lobster cooks. So that's why I put that grease on 250. These are a big staple. Like, these are going viral, these crab cake egg rolls. They make a lot of these where I'm from. I just like regular crab cakes, but I want to try this out because I see it a lot. I see these lobster egg rolls everybody is doing, so I want to try it out. And put my spin to it, put my twist to it. So I make egg rolls all the time for just Asian food, like just regular shrimp egg rolls with my yakami, stuff like that. And I've made these before. I've made some crab cake egg rolls before. And those are your egg rolls. Those are your crab and shrimp egg rolls. Alright. So, let's save these and stuff them with something else later on. Alright, so I'm at 255. That's a good temperature right there. When these come out the grease, you want to add something to drain on them. Phil, you want to add something to drain on them. So, we're going to take our rolls and we are going to drop them. If you can't see these, how they came out, how they look. I yielded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 crab cake egg rolls. I got 1 lobster roll. So we're gonna drop these in. do 4 at a time for right now. Let them go. 4 at a time for right now. Let them go. And not, if they're not really cold, the temperature of the crab meat is not cold, so it's not bringing down the temperature of the grease. Like if you put cold food inside of the grease, you know, it'll drop your temperature of the grease. But my crab meat and everything was more so room temperature, so it's sitting steady at 256. Sitting steady at 256. So it's like a slow fry. It's a real slow fry. And that grease, what's going to happen, that grease is going, while at the same time it is frying the outside, it's going to seep into the center of the egg roll and the cracks and crevices of the egg roll, and it's going to cook the inside of the egg roll, housing the crab meat, the shrimp, and everything that you have inside of it. So we're going to let those go. We're going to let those go for about 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to let those go for about 10 to 15 minutes. And until they get a nice golden brown, and then they'll start floating. They'll start floating up. That's how you'll know that they are getting to where they need to be. These ones came out pretty good so far. We'll test one out to see exactly how it came out. Make sure that attention. What we can do is, let's see. Very crispy. We can see this. Let's try to get it up. Exactly what it look like. Bro, that's alright, bro. Bro, that's alright, bro. It's like a crab cake inside of an egg roll. Yeah, that joint alright. Let me see how they say with some cocktail sauce. Crunch. There you go. That's alright, yo. Throw it in. Throw it in. That ain't bad right there, yo. Crab cake, shrimp, egg roll. Yo, I usually put mustard on my crab piece. But this, since it's wrapped in the egg roll, it hit different. The cocktail sauce is good on there. Some people put yum yum sauce on there. I don't like yum yum sauce. It got mayonnaise in it. Yo, that joint alright, yo. That shit slap. Try the rest of this come on. I'm frying them slow. I want that outside to be crispy, but not burnt when it's golden brown. And I want the inside to be cooked all the way through. Because it's real easy to make the lobster tail not get cooked all the way through. The way that you make sure that lobster tail get cooked all the way through is turning the heat down low. Turn the heat down low so it can seep in. That grease can seep in the middle of the egg roll, of the lobster, crab, shrimp, egg roll, and it will cook internally as well as outside of the egg roll. Crab and shrimp egg rolls. Egg roll fresh up. Not bad. Not bad. See if we can take a look at this.